It's a cold Midwestern fall night here in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, but we close out this USL League One season with Ford Madison hosting New England Revolution 2. Tonight's match is presented by Dairyland. One more time here at Hart Park in 2020. New England Revolution 2, their second straight road match, while Ford Madison is at home for the second straight match as they close out this 2020 campaign. Well, our American Family Insurance player to watch tonight is Mike Vang, a team-leading 4 goals to go along with his 2 assists in his first pro season in the U.S. He joined Madison through an invite tryout that was actually organized by his brother. Daryl Shore said that within 30 minutes of seeing him that day, the staff knew he could be something special. He still has some growing to do, as Shore says, but he put it that he's been their most consistent player this year. He's been a very creative player in that midfield. And on the other side for New England Revolution 2, it's Justin Renix making his 8th start today. He scored 3 goals. He signed a homegrown contract after 2 years at Indiana and has kind of dabbled with the first team, but he made his League One debut on September 16th at Tucson, and he has really helped this attack for New England Revolution 2. Clint P.A. told us that Renix wanted to make an impact and has helped the front line and has been solid in terms of production so far this season. 3 goals and an assist for Renix in his first few games here with the USL League One side. Well, he'll be leading the line for New England Revolution 2, but both these teams looking to end their season on a high note. Lineups and first kick coming up right after this from Hart Park.
Dairyland is getting there everyday land. It's room for everyone land. It's post-retirement hobby land. Dairyland is driving to your first day of work land and spending Saturdays on the road land. Dairyland is affordable auto and motorcycle insurance for you land, all to help get you there. Dairyland is your land.
I did it. I buried it. I had to. It was dead.
Excuse me, miss, but you left behind your wake the dead.
We carve, we cut, we trim, we tie, we prep and perfect, and of course, we inspect, mix and marinate, collaborate and celebrate. For artists are we, and this our gallery. Welcome to the Meat and Seafood Department at Festival Foods, where fresh is art.
Back here at Hart Park, tonight's match is presented by UW Health. Josh Eastern, happy to be with you tonight on this Saturday night as we close out the USL League One season. Ford Madison and New England Revolution 2. Could be a big night, though, for the youngster, the 16-year-old Chris Brady with a clean sheet. He could capture the Golden Glove Award. He is making his 8th start tonight, which makes him eligible. He has to play 90 minutes, though, in order to get that award. But if it is a clean sheet for Ford Madison, he gets the Golden Glove. What an opportunity it is tonight for the youngster. Here's our starting 11 presented by the Madison Concourse Hotel. We'll start with Ford Madison FC. 2 changes. Eric Leonard comes back into the starting lineup, while Eli Lockaby does as well at right back. Gustavo Fernandez came out injured the other night, while Christian Diaz does not feature in the 18 for Ford Madison. So that is Daryl Shore's 11. There is Clint P.A. making his way out all bundled up. We were talking with him yesterday telling us that it might be one of the coldest games for a lot of his players out there tonight, but He has his hot drink in hand, and it looks like he is ready to go with his hat and big coat as well. On the other side for New England Revolution 2, just one change. It's Orlando Sinclair coming back into the lineup for Clint PA's side. Justin Renix will lead the line. Keegan Meyer will be in goal tonight, filling in for Joe Rice, who is out for the season due to injury. And Nicholas Firmino will also be on the bench. He was Player of the Week across the league not too long ago. So those lineups presented by the Madison Concourse Hotel. There is our referee, Alex Hofstetter, and his crew. Let's take a look at our keys of the game presented by TDS for Ford Madison. Just win, baby. That's what Daryl Shore has been telling us in the lead up to both Wednesday's game and this game. They want to end the season on a high note. For New England Revolution 2, what's the response? That was the big message that Clint PA told us this week. They lost 4-0 out against Tormenta on Wednesday night. Last time they lost 4-0, they also followed that up with a 4-0 loss against Madison. So very, very similar results. They're hoping to buck that trend and end the season on a high note tonight. Well, it's really cold in Madison, or just outside of Madison here in Wauwatosa. We are just about set to go. Temperatures in the 30s, closing in on freezing. As you can see, Michael Vang trying to bounce around and stay warm. Ford Madison in their home blues. I guess New England Revolution 2 is as well. We're underway tonight. It's Ford Madison, New England Revolution 2 to close out this 2020 campaign in USL League One. The 16th match for both of these sides. And both these sides last time out, tough losses, kind of in opposite respects though. New England Revolution 2, they lost 4-0 at Tormenta. That game was pretty much over before it started. 3 early goals from Tormenta. And on the other side, Ford Madison left it until pretty much the end. And that, when I mean the end, I mean like the last minute of stoppage time. The clock at the end of the game went to 102 minutes, but Arturo Rodriguez got a penalty to end the game and win it for North Texas. We talked with Daryl Shore about that decision this week, saying it felt a little bit hard done. He thought both teams played a hard-fought 0-0 draw, but that, of course, wasn't the result in the end. On the other side for Clint PA, it was just more about what they weren't doing. They didn't win their duels. They kept possession, but they really never threatened. So they'll be looking to get on the front foot tonight. They know it's going to be a tough challenge against this Madison back line that has been so stout all season long. But will they be able to crack the code and score a goal tonight? They did get that 1 goal against North Texas last Friday night. Now Paolo Jr. motoring in behind for Ford Madison. The cross to the back post, flicked up into the air. Vucic was there in the middle. Now it's Vang, then Mendonça clears it away. Both of these sides, of course, as we mentioned, hoping to end the season with a win. If Ford Madison can get it done, they'll finish with 5 wins on the season. On the other side for New England, they would get their 6th win of the season should it come tonight. New England has only drawn 3 games this year. That's half the amount that Madison has at 6. So what we'll give tonight. Giro, through ball. This one deflected back to Keegan Meyer in goal. 23-year-old from Silver Spring, Maryland, making his 8th appearance this season. High Point University man. Long ball over the top. Maybe looking for that second ball in Justin Renix. I give a lot of credit to the fans who are sticking this one out tonight. It is very cold, but decent crowd on hand here at Hart Park. This one played down the line, and Connor Tobin will come to retrieve it. Of course, wearing the captain's armband again tonight is Connor Tobin. His 14th start of the season. Missed his first 2 games, and Brady has to be careful at the back, but just clearing it away. That's the major storyline coming into tonight is, can Brady capture that Golden Glove with a clean sheet? That's what it has to happen after Dallas J conceded earlier today. Leonard sprays it out to the right for Lockerbie. Decent amount of possession here for Madison in the early going. Is this ball put out of play? Well, you see the weather in Wauwatosa, 36 degrees. Not too much wind, no rain, but it is very, very cold. A perfect, as you'd call it, fall evening in Wisconsin. Daryl Shore says the technical team is going to have to figure out how to stay warm tonight. They'll be all bundled up with their hot drinks, as you saw Clint P.A. on the other side as well. Eric Leonard slips down. Rivera will get into that wide position. Sinclair. Collision with Trimmingham. It looked like Presley was in there as well. And now Giro. Some room for Giro to get forward. And he continues his run, motoring forward. Paolo Jr. will play it into his path. Cross coming in towards the penalty spot is cleared away. Banks. This is pass deflected. Now it's Mike Vang. Well, this is something that Clint P.A. said he'd be okay with his team doing, is conceding some possession in order to maybe make those runs and those quick counterattacks to get in behind this back line. All played through for Vang, a little bit too heavy on the pass from Vucic. But he also wants his team to take some more risks. And we'll see if they can do that getting forward. But going at this back line of Tobin and Trimmingham, boy, that is a tough ask. A very young New England side to do. Quinones slips through for Renix. Back to his left foot. Renix keeps it moving, and the shot sent way out of play. Let's take a look at our UW Health injury report. Brandon Eaton, Jalen Chrysler, Alex Monis all out. Joe Rice, Simon LeCressener, and Dennis Ramirez out for New England. A lengthy list of injuries. A lot of games, a quick succession of days, really for both of these teams playing during the midweek. Lockerbie going to ground and losing possession. Mendonça for Rivera. Rivera, shot blocked by Banks, who was tracking back in defense. Vucic, he's looking for somebody. He's all by himself. Giro finally making that run. The pass slows him down just a bit. Now it's Paolo Jr. It is decision day in USL League One. We already knew Greenville was going to host next week's USL League One final. They got a win tonight. Chattanooga and Richmond, 10 minutes to go. If Richmond wins, they are the second team into that final, but Omaha keeping an eye on that one as well. They're off against Fort Lauderdale, North Texas, and Tormenta get going. And Just about 20 minutes. If you're just a neutral fan kind of flipping around games tonight, it is a fantastic night across the league. And there's something pretty much in every game. As if Richmond drops points, then it opens the door for Omaha and or North Texas. And the Golden Glove could also be decided here tonight with Chris Brady. Here's Renix, and Brady sliding in just in front of him. Well, Daryl Shore has talked to us about Chris Brady a lot these past few weeks and just how impressive he has been, telling us his mentality for a 16-year-old and his presence has been really impressive. Made his first start against Orlando City B earlier this season, was a 3-1 win for forward Madison. Mendonca's not pleased with that foul call. Here's another look at that opportunity for Renix getting in behind. The American Family Insurance replay. Now it's Paolo Jr. just behind Mike Vang. But Brady made that first start against Orlando City B. He conceded that one goal, and Daryl Shore saying maybe it was just some growing pains, a little bit maybe nervous making his first pro start, but he has settled in very nicely, and he has kept Madison in some matches through the tail end of this season before they were eliminated when Omaha knocked off Greenville. Lockaby. Now for Leonard. Looking to switch the play quickly for Paolo Jr. Never found him. Now it's Presley. For Firth and John Bell, the two center backs tonight for New England. Quinones. Past 1,000 pro minutes this season for New England Revolution 2. So hopefully it's the first of many more 1,000 minutes. Now it's Mendonca. Crucial intervention by Lockaby. Sinclair was lurking outside the box. The top looking for Renix. Here's Sinclair, making his 14th appearance of the season since coming over from Loudoun a year ago. 22-year-old Costa Rican. See Maciel dropping a little bit deeper from his normal defensive midfield role, allowing maybe some of the fullbacks to get higher up the field for Revs 2. There's one of them in Quinones. Almost acting as a back three at times when Maciel does that. Play in behind, and I think New England's finding that a little bit difficult in the opening 13 and a half minutes. Something that Clint PA told us they would try to do, get in behind this back line and try to make those penetrating passes and those penetrating diagonal runs. We've seen the intent so far, but not quite the execution. Thought he got pushed in the back. Giro's able to win it back for Ford Madison. Triple teamed on this near side. Mendonça was almost through. Now it's Presley teeing one up. Oh, and a great save from Brady. And it eyes for that top corner. This 16-year-old comes up with a massive save. Another look at it on the American Family Insurance replay. Plenty of room there for Presley. And that needed saving from Chris Brady. It's all about the Golden Gloves here tonight for Chris Brady. And so far, so good through the first quarter of an hour. Presley thought he had his first goal of the season right there. First corner kick for New England, really for either side tonight. Rivera trying to get it back to Presley. Now on his right foot, deflected, parried aside by Brady again. Being forced into action twice here in the last minute. And so far, doing his job. Here it is again on the American Family Insurance replay. Deflected shot. I'm not sure Brady knew much about that. A lot of traffic between him and the shot. It's another corner kick for New England. It was a really nice set play, though, as Presley kind of made a banana route to get to the top of the box and get that shot away. Now he'll take this in. Headed away by Tobin. And Smart and Vucic trying to counter. Trying to use his strength, but John Bell stepping in to win it back. Renix. Wide for Mendonça. Offside flag coming up. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Thanks for being with us tonight on this Saturday night. Last day of the regular season across League One. I'd like to thank those of you tuning in on TVW as well. Here's Giro trying to find that opening goal, and it won't come there. Good season for Giro, I think, when you look at it overall. Pretty versatile player, as Daryl Shore has told us in past weeks. Slotting in at left back pretty much from day one in 2020. Daryl Shore telling us that was always the intent with Giro. When they signed him last year, he played mostly as a left winger in that front line or in the midfield. But he has settled in nicely to that left back position. You've seen him already tonight make those runs. Those charging runs all the way up this left side, and Daryl Shore telling us he's a really good motor. He can go all day long. Presley looking to go in behind. Offside flag coming up. 90th minute in Richmond. It's coming right down to the wire. Here's Paolo Jr. Paolo Jr. taking one on off the crossbar. Why not have a hit? And he was not far away. And then Leonard comes in with a crunching tackle. J.C. Banks sending it through the uprights. Well, there's some energy from Ford Madison on the American Family Insurance replay. Well, he had Meyer beat, but just couldn't get it under that crossbar. And then Banks found himself open on this left side and also couldn't find it. Rivera for Presley. Sinclair keeps it moving. Quinones saved again by Brady. Is he feeling golden tonight? We'll see at the end of this 90 minutes, but 3 big saves already in the first 20 minutes. Another look at on the American Family Insurance replay. Brady going airborne again. Deflected cross on the short corner. It's Rivera. Presley. That's off the football crossbar, pardon me, post and out of play. A lot to figure out here at Hart Park if you're tuning in for the first time. The lines, the uprights. It's been a fun season, though, overall here at Hart Park in Wauwatosa. It's been just part of how 2020 has gone for this Ford Madison side, having to travel to the Milwaukee area. We're just outside of downtown Milwaukee. Miller Park just down the road as well. They've been traveling to the Wisconsin Dells for training. Also out here to Hart Park, and you have to give a lot of credit to not only the players and the coaching staff and the medical team as well, but also the front office and everybody behind the scenes who has put this together for Ford Madison, bringing all of those sideboards, bringing all of the signage. Chattanooga, how about that? And that should pretty much do it for Richmond. This one deflected out of play. Renix on the turn. Now Presley in an offside position. Brady sends this back downfield. We're right at the midway point of this first 45 minutes. Cold night in Wauwatosa. Temperatures in the mid-30s. So that a whole lot this year. Madison's got to have probably some of the coldest games ever played in League One. Of course, the snow opener, snow home opener, whatever you want to call it, from last year. Tonight's got to be one of the coldest as well. You wouldn't expect anything different from a team based in the state of Wisconsin. Trimmingham using his big frame to fend off Justin Renix. It's quite the battle for Renix tonight. Now Mendonça looking for Rivera. And now Mike Vang. You can see when Ford Madison gets into the attack with Banks and Vang kind of playing in those two number 10s. Ball in, and the header by Renix was just wide. Just needed a little flick there from Renix. Not on that occasion for New England's number 12. Back to Brady. Fuchik for Banks. And now here comes Ford Madison from front to back. Or from back to front, rather. Here's Banks. Banks going down. Free kick, Madison. For Firth pleading his case with referee Alex Hofstetter. Pretty big appeal from many wearing dark blue tonight. Dark blue and light blue is the jersey colors. Pretty much straight on here. We'll see who steps up to take this. Another look at on the American Family Insurance replay. Banks went down. Ooh, that's close. We'll give Alex Hofstetter the benefit of the doubt. He was in a really good position to make that call. To the right foot of Vang, the left foot of Vucic. Michael Vang, just out of play off the football upright. Not too far away though for Michael Vang. And it is over in Richmond. Chattanooga, 2-1 winners. A late goal from Marky Hernandez. So as things stand, without North Texas having kicked off quite yet, it's Union Omaha in that second spot. But remember, if North Texas wins and Omaha draws or loses, it's North Texas who will go back to the final for a second straight year. Big collision between Presley and Leonard. It's going against Ford Madison. Free kick, New England. I think Leonard came out of that challenge second best. Here it is again on the American Family Insurance replay. Now Presley did get the header. He did win that ball first, and Leonard just got there a split second too late. And Danza and Presley standing around this set piece. It looks like Presley wants this. Three-man wall. And flipped this one in. Never got by Lockaby, but the header kept it in, and the shot went well wide. Here's Rivera. Over the top for Presley. Giro getting back in defense. What will this be? A goal kick. Well done there from Giro. Showing off that motor that Daryl Shore has talked about. Well, Clint Pie has been looking for a response from his team after Wednesday's 4-0 loss against Tormenta, and I think so far so good. They haven't obviously conceded anything yet, but they've been fairly dangerous coming forward. They've been patient coming into the attack. They've had some good penetrating passes to get in behind this back line, which was a key tactic that Clint PA talked about. Presley looking to get around the corner, gets the cross away. Looking for Renix in the middle, keeps it alive. Lockaby just knocks it clear. It's still in there with Quinones. Paolo Jr. battling forward as well. Here's Quinones for Presley again wide. Didn't get by Trimmingham. Here Clint Pihate calling out for a second ball, and they do win it. Mendonça can't get by Trimmingham, and not many people can. Banks went down after he passed that ball away. Rivera playing it in behind for Renix. Justin Renix makes it the opening goal for New England. Right at the half-hour mark, Justin Renix opens the scoring for Revs 2. A ball played in behind just as Clint PA wanted. And it's Revs 2 up on the road against Madison.
12, Justin Renix. Goal comes in the 30th minute. Renix, revolution goal, 30th minute.
A great ball played through. Here's another look at it on the American Family Insurance replay. I caught Madison playing a really high line there. Renix timed his run perfectly. Brady is beaten, and Renix has scored his 4th goal on the season.
Crawl down there and figure out the truck.
Here's Maciel, trying to make it 2 for New England now. Wide for Sinclair. Sinclair, fancy footwork to the end line. The cross headed up in the air by Trimmingham. Here's Giro, deflected out. This should be nearing our hydration break. They'll go quickly. Giro had a ball thrown right at him. Here's Tobin, one of the few brave ones just wearing short sleeves tonight. Just move the ball back a little bit farther before they put this back in play. This ball deflected off of Giro. Mendonça. Wide for Quinones, and Giro knocks it out. We do have a correction we do need to make. The head referee who was scheduled for tonight's game, Alex Hofstetter, is not the head official. It is actually the 4th official, Scott Irwin, who has stepped into his place. So head referee tonight is Scott Irwin for tonight's match, and it is a corner kick for New England Revolution 2. Ball sent in. Takes a couple of bounces in the box. Nobody at the back post, but Lockerbie trying to run away upfield. Finds Paolo Jr. and Banks playing it behind Don Smart. We'll try to do our best to get you information from how much stoppage time and substitutions and such. Looks like he'll stop play. Player down for New England Revolution 2. It looks like that's Orlando Sinclair. We'll take this as our Kronbacher hydration break. The Capital East under 14 side is our Unity Point Health Youth Soccer Spotlight of the night. Thank you, Madison area youth soccer clubs and players, for your continued support of Ford Madison FC all season long. Looked like they just won something, holding up the #1. That's always a good thing here for Capital East under 14 side. Well, we have one goal to show you from tonight, but before we go to that, the Golden Glove race. Well, it's kind of over at this point. Dallas J did concede a goal today, and that's why Chris Brady needed a clean sheet. But with Chris Brady conceding a goal tonight, the Golden Glove winner is Dallas J. Of course, on the team's best defense for the second straight season. Probably deserves it. Wasn't pleased with himself from earlier, but I'm sure he'll have a smile on his face now when he gets that Golden Glove here for the second straight season. He'll be leading that Greenville Triumph side into next week's USL League One final. We're excited to bring it to you from Greenville, South Carolina. It'll be, of course, Greenville hosting, and who will it be who they are playing? Whether it's Union Omaha, who currently sits in that spot, or North Texas. Plenty to figure out tonight. It will be Nicholas Firmino coming on. He will replace Orlando Sinclair.
Revolution 2 makes its first substitution of the match in the 37th minute.
So Nicholas Firmino will come on. He's making his 16th appearance on the season. He started all of his previous 15, but Player of the Week from a couple weeks ago coming on now. It's presented by Festival Foods. So 4 goals and 2 assists for Nicholas Firmino. Somerville, Massachusetts. Smart trying to get him behind. He'll slow things up. We'll get a crossaway looking for Paolo Jr. Savvy play to let that bounce and keep possession. Now it's Giro. Paolo Jr. likes it on that right foot. Oh, up the crossbar again. The second time he's hit the crossbar tonight. Another ball in, headed away. And now it's Lockerbie. Paolo Jr. He's been close on 2 occasions tonight. He's also been one of the most consistent players for Madison this year. Paolo Jr. into the middle, taken away by Verfurth. Now it's Firmino. And Jonas can play out through Presley. Long ball over the top looking for Renix. Justin Renix can't get there before Connor Tobin does. Here's Paolo Jr.'s attempt on the American Family Insurance replay. Quinones. Firmino. Well, regardless of whether Chris Brady does get the Golden Glove, which he cannot at this point anymore, but still a tremendous season by the youngster, the loanee from the Chicago Fire from just down the road. He has turned in a very impressive season, making his eighth start and his 7th straight. He's come on towards the end of this season. And just like last year, as Daryl Shore put it, 2 first-team goalkeepers, and obviously you can't play 2 goalkeepers at once, but much like last year with Silvestre, this one's headed towards the end line. It's kept in play by Rivera. Philip Marchetta has also put in a pretty good season as well in his first year with Ford Madison. He's made 8 starts on the season, mostly played towards the front half of the season. There's Rivera. Tobin going to ground. Rennick, slow drive, looking maybe for a deflection there. Fans, follow your club and the rest of USL League One all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who've already discovered ESPN Plus and watch League One live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Even though the USL season coming to a close, still plenty of good content and soccer content there on ESPN Plus. Long switch of play for Quinones. Firmino. Oh, it's kept in play there by Paolo Jr., or at least thought it was. Looks like it's out for a corner kick.
What?
So rude. But you moved over.
Oh, no. I just looked over.
Short for Maciel. Now Presley gets it back. There's some pressure from Giro. Unable to keep it in play. And Giro going quickly. Paolo loses out again. New England is yet to lose a game this season when they have scored that first goal. And for Madison, that's been an issue as of late when they've conceded that first goal. They've done that now in 4 straight matches. You can see their record. They've not won a game when doing so. Firmino. Trying to turn the corner. He does get a cross away, and it's cleared by Josiah Trimmingham. Long shot coming on, and Brady able to see it go wide. Like Ryan Spalding taking on that ambitious effort.
That's when my parents asked me to do that. They're like, oh, you're not doing anything? Well, make sure you do that.
Stay with us for halftime. We'll get you up to speed on what's going on around USL League One tonight on this decision day. All comes down to the last few results tonight between Union Omaha and Fort Lauderdale and North Texas and South Georgia Tormenta. Omaha is in with a win. There is that Richmond score. It's actually a really big result that Chattanooga came from behind, because that keeps North Texas alive, and they have now kicked off just a few minutes ago. against Tormenta. Union Omaha, Fort Lauderdale, as you saw, also still 0-0. Ball sent forward, looking for Renix again. You can see how active Renix has been tonight at the top of that formation. Him and Connor Presley forming a pretty formidable duo. It looked like you saw the referee for 3 minutes of stoppage time. We'll get that in just a few minutes. Of course, no fourth official. The fourth official, Scott Irwin, has come in to be our center ref tonight. We're all trying to make it happen here at Hart Park. Mendonça ahead for Renix. Can he get his second? Just tripped up there, lost his footing. Goal number 4 on the season, though, in League One for Justin Renix. Clint PA said when talking with Renix, when he came over from the first team, was that the goal was to get a goal or an assist in every game. And he's come up with now 4 goals and an assist. There's 3 minutes of stoppage time, as you saw moments ago. It's presented by TDS. Towards the back post, Meyer flying off his line, able to make the catch. Well, don't forget, the 2020 League One season concludes in historic fashion with the league's first national TV broadcast. Don't miss the top 2 teams in the league compete for the 2020 League One title on ESPN Plus and ESPN Deportes, 8 p.m. Eastern Time next Friday, October 30th. We know it's Greenville. Don't know their opponent yet, but we'll be happy to bring you that match next Friday from Greenville, South Carolina. Over the top for Don Smart, left a little bit too early. Flag up for offside. There's something left in this first half. Ahead for Smart. Oh, but that touch let him down just a bit. As he tries to recover. Does a good job of doing it. Out for a throw-in. Minute left of the minimum of 3. Leonard trying to just slip that in for Vang. Firmino, collision behind the play, but still Nicholas Firmino. All the way into the attack. Presley there in support. Now Firmino doing it all himself at the moment. There's Presley. Firmino again. Just gets it wide for Quinones. One last attack here for New England Revolution 2. Good first half for them. I think Clint PA has to be pleased with his side so far. Rivera. Through the 3 minutes. There is the final whistle. New England Revolution 2 go into the locker room with a 1-0 advantage. So far, this is pretty good response, as that's exactly what Clint PA wanted from his side after losing 4-0 on Wednesday at Tormenta. So far, so good. Halftime is presented by Just Coffee as the teams make their way off. New England has to be the happier of the 2 sides, but Ford Madison looking for a result to end this season. There you see Justin Rennicks. He was the goal scorer right at the half-hour mark for his side, and so far so good for New England as they try to close out this regular season on a cold night in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Halftime is presented by Just Coffee. It's New England Revolution 2-1 and Ford Madison 0.
Is getting there every day land. It's room for everyone land. It's post-retirement hobby land. Dairyland is driving to your first day of work land and spending Saturdays on the road land. Dairyland is affordable auto and motorcycle insurance for you land, all to help get you there. Dairyland is your land.
You need more layers, diagonal layers.
I got it, Ron. Thanks.
Leave him alone, Dad. Oh, honey, you should use ice blocks instead of cubes.
No, Bud Light Seltzer goes on top.
Diagonal layers.
Did you pre-chill the Bud Light lemonades?
Need more ice. And diagonal layers.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
I don't need my hands getting cold.
Why don't you try using the Plumsky method?
Brings out the citrus.
Dad?
Gotta crush the ice, son.
Okay, I'm out.
What's his problem?
Whenever packing the cooler really matters, right there.
When my love takes me home, it's 105 to 30 miles zone. We're on the road now, we can't slow down. We're on the road now, we can't slow down.
Choosing the right checking account means a lot. And when you join UW Credit Union, it means getting the services you need to grow at every stage of life. It means mobile banking that lets you take your finances anywhere, with free credit scores to know where you stand. And it means top-rated service whenever you need it. Open your account to join today and discover everything it could mean for you. UW Credit Union, here for every you.
Halftime from Hart Park between Ford Madison and New England Revolution 2. Halftime presented by Just Coffee, a coffee with a purpose. Wake the Flock Up is a coffee made by Just Coffee Cooperative in partnership with the Flock and Ford Madison FC. By donating a portion of each bag sold to the Flock Soccer Fund, children in underserved communities have an opportunity to play this amazing game. Shop justcoffee.coop and get your bag today. Well, it is October. It means it's spooky season, which has arrived in Madison. Historic Breese Stevens Field, one of Madison's oldest landmarks. It's transforming into Breese Screamin's Field for the month of October. Every Thursday and Friday night, you're invited to walk through this socially distanced outdoor haunt. Reserve your time and get your tickets now by going to breese-stevens-field.com. Halftime from Hart Park. It's presented by Just Coffee. Second half coming up right around the corner.
We carve, we cut, we trim, we tie, we prep and perfect, and of course, we inspect. Mix and marinate, collaborate and celebrate. For artists are we, and this our gallery. Welcome to the Meat and Seafood Department at Festival Foods, where fresh is art.
¿Dominar el balón así y borracho? ¡Imposible! ¿Manejar a casa después de una práctica fuerte y borracho? ¡Irresponsable! Y recuerda, si manejas tomado, serás arrestado.
did it. I buried. I had to. It was dead.
Excuse me, miss, but you left behind your wake the dead.
Takes a shot, and it's in the back of the net.
And a diving stop.
Looks the goal, shoots it. Unbelievable.
Save made.
Unbelievable. Makes the save.
Oh, what a goal.
Knocked away.
It's in the back of the net.
What a goal there.
And pushed aside. What a save in the end.
What a beauty! It's fantastic! Sensational! Fantastic! Any way you slice it.
This one he puts away, fires and scores.
What an unbelievable strike. Oh, what a goal!
There's the shot, it scores! Attacking, shooting, and scoring!
Cutting to the top, looking for the strike, bends it! Oh, what a goal! Molina strikes!
Flicked on by Godoy, saved by Avisa. Big one, another one. Can he have a third? He does! Unbelievable trio of saves from Austin Avisa.
To the top, shot fired, it's in! Greenville equalizes, and once again it's Pilato at the top of the box. For Lauderdale, poked on through, Lopez has been in there, fires off of Brady and clear with the header. Out of Rhode Island, Rivera stepping up, fires, and into the net. What a goal to open things up for Revs 2. Out wide, Morel in space. Fires one, Bender saved by Nuhu.
News and notes across USL League One. Get your tickets now. Greenville Triumph will be hosting that final next week. But who will they face? Of course, Richmond lost tonight, but Omaha can still get in. So can North Texas. Richmond is technically still alive if both of those teams also lose. Player of the Week, Josh Cohn, scored a brace to give Tucson a victory. He headlines the Team of the Week. Paolo Jr. on the Team of the Week for Ford Madison across that front line. Take a look at the goals leaders. It looks like it's going to be Emiliano Terzaghi unless Ricky Lopez-Espin can pull something crazy out here tonight in the second half against Union. Omaha need a hat trick. Take a look at the assist leaders. Alex Morel, the presumptive, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, MVP. He got 2 goals today. He was pretty good overall today and this whole season. Goals against leaders, well, Dallas J is going to win this category. Chris Brady will slot into this list as well, most likely in second place unless New England can pour it on there in the second half. But so far, it is Dallas J taking home that Golden Glove here in 2020. USL Scoreboard presented by Dairyland. Dairyland saves you money on car and motorcycle insurance with low rates and great discounts. We're proud to support Ford Madison FC. Get your quote today at dairylandinsurance.com. See the scores. Union Omaha, Fort Lauderdale, 0-0. So is North Texas and Tormenta. That late goal for Chattanooga got them all 3 points. Dairyland standings, it's Greenville there at the top, of course. Ford Madison and New England Revolution 2 locked on 18 points. New England in 8th spot. We'll be right back for the second half. Halftime is presented by Dairyland, 1-0 to Revs 2.
Choosing the right checking account means a lot. And when you join UW Credit Union, it means getting the services you need to grow at every stage of life. It means mobile banking that lets you take your finances anywhere, with free credit scores to know where you stand. And it means top-rated service whenever you need it. Open your account to join today and discover everything it could mean for you. UW Credit Union, here for every you.
I did it. I buried. I had to. It was dead.
Excuse me, miss, but you left behind your wake the dead.
You need more layers, diagonal layers.
I got it, Ron. Thanks.
Leave him alone, Dad. Oh, honey, you should use ice blocks instead of cubes.
No, Bud Light Seltzer goes on top.
Diagonal layers.
Did you pre-chill the Bud Light lemonades? Need more ice.
In diagonal layers.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
I don't need my hands getting cold.
Why don't you try using the Plumsky method? Brings out the citrus.
Dad? Gotta crush the ice, son.
Okay, I'm out.
What's his problem?
Whenever packing the cooler really, really matters, like there.
Getting set for the second half here from Hart Park. Make some noise, Flamingos. It's time to wake the flock up. Just Coffee Cooperative, the Flock, and Ford Madison FC are proud to bring you a coffee that is loud, vibrant, and unwavering. Score a bag by shopping online at justcoffee.coop. Building up to the start of the second 45 minutes from Hart Park. 1-0 to Revs 2. It's time for our halftime highlights presented by Heartland Credit Union. Cold night, mid-30s here in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Chris Brady was up to it really early on. A bunch of really good saves by the young 16-year-old netminder for Ford Madison, making a save there on Connor Presley, and another one on Connor Presley just moments after the first. Keeping it at 0-0 then for the time being, but this was the first shot off the crossbar for Paolo Jr. Looked like he had Keegan Meyer beat. Just couldn't quite finish the job, and then back the other way. Banks would send it. I think that went through the uprights. We'll have to send that to video review. Quinones then had an opportunity. Brady with another big save. It stayed at 0-0 for quite some time until it was Justin Renix's turn to get on the score sheet, but that would wait for just a moment. Michael Vang would have an opportunity, and then here's the goal from Renix. Just getting in behind, exactly what Clint Piet wanted from his side. And then Paolo Jr. would send one right off the crossbar again. Here's a look at our Rhyme halftime stats. 12 shots for Revs 2. How about that for a response? As Clint Piet wanted, and it's been a tough going for Ford Madison, though they have hit the woodwork twice. Nothing to show for it in terms of goals tonight. Those are your Rhyme halftime stats as we get set for the second half from Hart Park. We close out this 2020 regular season tonight. Looks like one sub ready to come on for Ford Madison. It will be Alan Rodriguez, another Chicago Fire loanee. He will come on, the 16-year-old. He will replace Don Smart. King from Kingston ends his season after 45 minutes. Tonight, Rodriguez makes his second pro appearance. Josh Eastern back with you for the second half. There is young Alan Rodriguez, his first home appearance for Ford Madison. He started against the Richmond Kickers way earlier this season. It's all the way back on August the 8th. Here we go. Bit of a false start, but nonetheless, we get underway from Hart Park. 1-0 to New England Revolution 2. Thanks for being with us on this Saturday night, the final game of this regular season. And if you can hear the bells in the background, that's just part of Hart Park. The train that passes by every now and then. We'll miss that here at Hart Park in 2020. Spalding will look to play it forward. just trickle out of play. Throwing up coming now for forward Madison. That sub is brought to you by Festival Foods. Rodriguez on for Smart. Wide for Leonard, and a misplaced pass there by Rodriguez, but Presley couldn't keep his footing. Giro. And now it's Leonard. Bell was trying to play it forward, but it was denied. Buchik loses possession. Rivera now for Firmino. And Danza. Now it's Rivera. Spalding on the overlap. Couldn't find him. Renix did win it back for New England. Can't keep it in play here on the near touchline was Firmino. Throw in coming to forward Madison. Some good banter on Twitter tonight between forward Madison and Dallas J, actually. After forward Madison conceded that goal, ending the Golden Glove race. Forward Madison tweeting, Dallas has had a great season, he's a worthy winner, and Dallas then replied, I appreciate it, been nothing but impressed with Chris, such a bright future for him. At 16, I think I was still figuring out how to tie my boots. So respect there from both sides. Dallas J will lead his team into another final with another Golden Glove. Throw now coming for New England. Quinones for Presley. Spalding dribbling by one. Shot coming wide. Brady was able to pull his hands away, I think at the last moment. That was going just wide. It's the second time we've seen Ryan Spalding try to tee one up. A goal and 2 assists for the UNC Charlotte grad. Good strong challenge by Maciel. I talked with Clint PA about some of the takeaways. I know he could go into some deep detail about kind of what has gone on this season, but just in a general sense, he said one of the biggest things to improve on is just breaking teams down in a low block. Something that he did mention, and of course, be willing to take risks. He mentioned that not only the season as a whole, but coming into this game as well. And limiting silly mistakes. I think every coach could probably say that at the end of a season, unless you come away with the trophy in the end. But such a young team, and I think they grew quite a bit from day one here to October the 24th. To be so locked in due to all of the COVID protocols in this 2020 season. The first year for this Revs 2 side, I think they have to be pretty proud of what they have put together on the field. Clint P.A. has done a good job to lead this side. A bright future ahead for this Revs 2 side. Of course, any team associated with an MLS side sees what North Texas did last year and says, why can't we do that as well? That's kind of the gold standard now, and North Texas has set a high bar. Now it's Presley. Here's Lockerbie. Trying to start something for Madison in this second 45 minutes. The ball flicked all the way back here to Keegan Meyer. Another thing that New England Revolution 2 can hang their hat on this year, 19 pro debuts, including 12 current or former academy products making their pro debuts in this 2020 season. That also includes the youngest player to make a pro debut for New England Revolution just as a club, Isaiah Louis, 15 years old. Joined the academy prior to this season. And a couple of appearances this year. Here's Mendonça. Playing this behind Quinones. This cross blocked down by Paolo Jr. Both these teams just trying to stay warm on this really chilly night in Wisconsin. The goalkeepers, I'm sure, when they're not directly involved in the play, have to probably move around a little bit just to keep their body warm. Giro trying to knock this back up field and out of play. Here's Vang. Shot coming and just wide. J.C. Banks, after a long spell of buildup from forward Madison, sending that just high and maybe a little bit wide as well. American Family Insurance replay. Some knuckle on it. There was almost no spin on that ball. Caught that about as clean as you could. J.C. Banks, a player that has moved all around the midfield and even has played on the front line at times this season. Daryl Shore telling us he's a guy that they want closer to goal. They had a bit of a formation change, not in a big sense, but just a little tweak in making him and Michael Vang, those two number 10s. That's something that they used last season while they have Eric Leonard or Vito Valle, another midfielder who sits a little bit deeper in front of that back line. Now Rivera pushed off the ball by Lockaby. Scott Irwin says no foul. And a goal kick for Chris Brady. Here's Mike Vang. Collision with Spalding. Looks like the referee going to his pocket, and he is. First yellow card of the match. It goes to Ryan Spalding. There it is on the American Family Insurance replay. Tangling there with Mike Vang. Set piece opportunity. Free kick coming. J.C. Banks, three-man wall for New England. Banks all the way to the end line. A little bit too far out for a goal kick. Scores from earlier today. Chattanooga beating Richmond there at the end. No score between Omaha and Fort Lauderdale. I'm sure those fans all sitting on the edge of their seat. North Texas and Tormenta also 0-0 nearing halftime. An Omaha win, and they are officially in. Throw will be given to Ford Madison as Quinones tried to go quick there. Try to get away with one, but the referee said not so fast. Tobin over the top for Banks. Oh, good first touch from Banks, but the offside flag was up. That was really good skill there from Banks just to bring that in. That was going to be really tough. He possessed that very well, but all for naught with the offside flag up. Here's Spalding. And he gives it away. Here's Rodriguez. Oh, good spin there. Giro. Paolo Jr. Throw into Madison. I think the referee said he pointed the wrong way, and he did. He apologized. He was nice about it. Right back to New England. I think that was the right call anyway. Madison still looking for some opportunities in front of goal as we reach the hour mark. Been few and far between. Paolo Jr. hitting the crossbar twice in the first half. So far, it's New England Revolution 2 through Justin Rennicks, just at the half-hour mark, able to open the scoring for New England. Here's Leonard. Tobin going to ground, had to be careful there. Now it's Firmino. Poked away by Trimmingham. Corner kick for New England. It will be Presley to take this, an in-swinger for Revs 2. See the crowd at the bottom of the screen, all bundled up. Cold night in Wauwatosa as it's headed away by Giro. Oh, how about that for a scoreline going into halftime? Tormenta 1, North Texas 0. Neil Vinyals, a free kick in stoppage time there in the first half. Does anybody want that second spot? Doesn't seem like it. Push in the back from Giro. And a yellow card will be issued to the forward Madison left back. He found himself out of position there all the way on this right side of the forward Madison formation. Here it is on the American Family Insurance replay. Just going right through the back of Presley. Saying, what's up? What's up? What's that for? As he gets back to his feet, try to go quickly, they'll slow things up. Presley in swinger, headed away by Trimmingham. Maciel sends it out of play. Well, Forward Madison needed a center back this season. Boy, they've gone out and gotten a good one. They actually got two. Jalen Chrysler, who was really hampered this season by injuries, made just one start. It was that first start of the season against North Texas. He got injured in that game, and he really just never could stick with this team throughout the rest of the year. Spalding all the way to the back post. Then they signed Josiah Trimmingham as well in the offseason, and he has been the main man next to Connor Tobin. Battled a few knocks. He made 13 starts this whole season when you include tonight, but a really impressive season for Trimmingham. He started his career in Trinidad and Tobago in 2014, this being his first pro contract in the U.S. And a fun fact, or a not so fun fact, whichever team you're supporting, he was on the bench for Trinidad and Tobago on that fateful night in 2017. He has really done a good job next to Tobin, as he knew Tobin would be there all year long, and he's pretty much done that except for the game he missed against Greenville and then the red card suspension against Chattanooga as well. Brought down by Mendonça. Firmino. Looking for an angle to shoot. Firmino. Still Firmino. Splits the defense to the end line. Big challenge coming in. The ball stayed in play. Firmino still out. Spalding. Trimmingham gets back in the play. And now Forward Madison. Can they counterattack quickly? Turning defense into attack. Paolo Jr. trying to get around Bell. And he can't do so. Push in the back will end the threat. It's really the first end-to-end we've really seen tonight. Not a whole lot of counterattacking so far. It's a win or go home in the USL Championship playoffs. The conference finals underway tonight. Be part of the conversation. Watch every match, goal, save, and celebration on ESPN Plus in the run-up to the final on the 1st at 8:30 Eastern Time. Big challenge in the box. The referee waves it away. One match already in the books in the championship. Louisville losing to Tampa Bay Rowdies, so Tampa Bay will host the final against either Phoenix or El Paso. And that final is next Sunday on ESPN. Make sure to tune in. Headed away by Leonard. Spalding. Another long cross coming in. Firmino got up for it. Couldn't get enough power behind it to beat Brady. Rodriguez finds some space and gets it wide for Lockaby. Banks sends a cross in. It's right at Meyer. Looks like Noah Fuson getting set to check in just a moment. Spalding keeps it in play. Might be numbers here for New England if they can get this right. Just trying to chip the goalkeeper there. Brady able to watch that go over his crossbar. And we'll take that substitution now. Noah Fuson. That'll be the end of the season for Wojciech Vucik in his first year with Ford Madison. It's brought to you by Festival Foods. 27-year-old finishing with 3 goals. He scored 7 last year for Hartford. Played in all 16 games while starting 14 of them. But Noah Fuson comes on, signed on August 17th to his first pro contract. Will make his 12th appearance tonight. Still looking for that first pro goal. Giving it a bit of a different look up top now with more pace from Fuson. You're already seeing that pace as he looks to get him behind. Fuson cutting in field, laying it off into the middle. Vang. I think Mendonça affected that coming from behind and into the arms of the waiting goalkeeper, Keegan Meyer. Fuson. Here's Rodriguez. Gets it wide again for Paolo Jr. Ahead for Fuson. Good challenge there. The shot coming off the post. Oh my goodness, a rocket. The 3rd time Madison's hit the woodwork tonight. My goodness, what a tough angle that was as well. Lockaby now. Trying to turn the corner. Lockaby puts on the brakes, sends the cross in. Fuson just wide. My goodness. What a spell of possession there for Ford Madison, and yet they still can't find that goal. It's been their Achilles heel this season. Look at that challenge by Bell on the American Family Insurance replay. Paolo Jr. I mean, that's a hat trick of hitting the woodwork. He's hit the crossbar twice and the post another time. Daryl Shore has told us this year he's done everything right leading into the 18-yard box. But once we get there, just have not been able to find the quality in the box to find that finish, and that is, in the end, what's going to doom this Madison side. Come into tonight with 18 goals. Second off the bottom. Orlando with the least with 10. Ford Madison and Tormenta also there as well. Giro. Banks trying to slip that in behind for Lockaby. He'll get it back. JC Banks teeing one up. Low drive. Dropped by Meyer, but he's able to capture it. Well, Alan Rodriguez checked on just a little bit ago at halftime and making his second appearance, but he's one of 3 Chicago Fire loanees and have spent some time here with Ford Madison in 2020. Chris Brady and Alex Monis, the other 2. I asked Daryl Shore about kind of that relationship, and said they've already been in talks about next year and potentially getting a couple more loanees. The relationship has been strong. They've all contributed through training and in their maturation as pros. So they're all very young. With Brady at 16, Rodriguez at 16, Monis, the oldest, at 17. Of course, it's been a little bit more difficult just through all the COVID protocols and what they thought the relationship could have been like, but he said overall it's been a really positive thing for both his team and for those players. Here's Banks, cutting back. Banks, deflected cross. Away by Mendonça. Even Maciel have done a pretty admirable job so far in that defensive midfield. Much like this New England Revolution 2 side featuring a lot of young players, for those 3 Chicago Fire loanees, it's all about learning what it's like to be a professional. You have a player like Connor Tobin, who's almost double your age on the roster as well. You have quite the range of ages there. But here's Firmino coming forward, right at Tobin. Firmino is looking for the curling shot, and it curled the other way. Wanted the draw, got the fade. If you're on the road or can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, and Rodney Marsh. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from MLS, the Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League. Sirius XM FC, channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app. You can also listen to League One final along with the Championship final on Sirius XM FC, as well as tonight's Western Conference final between Phoenix and El Paso. You have Sirius XM, gotta be on the favorites there, Sirius XM FC. Still scoreless in Omaha, but as things stand, they only need a draw. They just need that point, with North Texas losing currently to Tormenta, Richmond losing earlier tonight. Right now, as things stand, Omaha and Greenville is the final. But that Omaha game will finish before the North Texas game, so all eyes could go to North Texas. Can they make things interesting? This match right here following a trend of road teams getting results, and not just draws, but wins. Greenville winning earlier today, Richmond losing at home, and apparently New England here on the road as well. The only game without the winning result for the road side right now is in Omaha with Fort Lauderdale down level 0-0. Foul, send it back to New England. Can Madison find that goal that has so far evaded them the last 2 matches? They have a strong home record at 3-1-3. They've only conceded 2 goals coming in, tonight being the 3rd. Also only scored 8 goals. That is the 2nd least amount of goals scored at home across League One. Orlando with the least with 6. Madison has scored 8. And 7 of those came in 2 games. The 4-0 win against Tormenta and the 3-1 win against Orlando City B. So if you take out those 2 games, obviously you can't do that, but this has been an attack that has just not really found its footing, you could say, here in 2020. For Brady. Keegan Meyer sends it back downfield. Firmino battling for the ball. Tobin steps in. Long switch of play. Battle for it here on this near side, and Ford Madison does come away with it. And now it's Mike Vang with Mendonça down behind the play. Wide for Giro. Can he provide the service or the shot? Rolls it wide. Looks like a couple of subs. Lockaby and Vang will come off. Louis Bennett and Carl Schneider will come on. First time we've called Carl Schneider's name here in 2020. Those subs brought to you by Festival Foods. Lockaby and Vang both come off. Carl Schneider, Madison guy through and through, from Madison, Wisconsin, played for a bunch of local youth teams. And oh, how about that? North Texas has come back to equalize right at the start of the second half, just to make things a little bit more interesting in that race for the second spot in the final. Carl Schneider makes his first appearance tonight, playing under John Trask at Wisconsin. Back for Meyer, under a little bit of pressure. Knocks it clear. Schneider wearing the number 23 in blue tonight. In light blue, I should add. And here is Schneider. Made 10 appearances in 2020 in his second year here with Ford Madison. Fuson slipped through. There's the first pro goal. Noah Fuson finds the equalizer. A moment to remember for Noah Fuson at 20 years old, bagging the equalizer and his first pro goal. There it is for number 31 in light blue tonight. Fuson providing that spark, getting that ball in behind. Another look at it on the American Family Insurance replay. Fuson able to level the scoreline. And now this game there for the taking. And that goal presented by Dairyland. First of the season and first of his pro career. A smile on his face and for sure a moment to remember. They want more. Here's Bennett. Back for Fuson. Back for Bennett. Still going forward. Eventually they lose out. Deflecting out. Looked like there was a sub readying for New England.
Substitution.
Kaoru Fujiwara readying to come on for New England. Thiago Mendonça will be replaced. Really good match overall by Mendonça. That sub presented by Festival Foods. The youngster, Hikaru Fujiwara, 16 years old, makes his 10th appearance. A good achievement there to get to double-digit appearances in this 2020 campaign. Schneider sends this right up into the air, punched away by Meyer. Isn't taking any chances with that. Trimmingham keeps it moving for Giro. Giro having a hit, and it's in! Oh, it's in off the goalkeeper's hands! What a rocket from Giro! 2-1 to Madison! Well, there's some offense for Forward Madison. And Giro, he gets his goal. His first of the season. Another look at on the American Family Insurance replay. Had some space, said why not? And Meyer couldn't keep it out. Pace and precision from the Forward Madison left back. Coming out of absolutely nothing there, just dribbling forward, said why not? And that goal presented by Dairyland. Forward Madison thinking, where has this been lately? Trying to end the season on a high note. Are there more goals in this game? A wide position, cross coming in, Tobin. Fujiwara. Firmino for Presley. Presley off the crossbar, off the post. Oh my goodness. There must be a magnet on these woodworks tonight on both ends. Forward Madison's hit it 3 times. Now New England joining the party. The American Family Insurance replay. Not able to steer it inside. Souza and Silva will come on. So Renix and Rivera will come off. Manny Silva and Diego Souza coming on. Souza with 1 previous appearance, same thing with Silva. He's Played just 13 minutes. Those subs brought to you by Festival Foods. Diego Souza, originally from Belo Horizonte in Brazil, but grew up in Hyannis, Massachusetts. Shout out Cape Cod. Leonard, right through him. Now Firmino. Spalding gets the cross away. Brady has to parry it aside. He does a good job doing so. Headed away by Paulo Jr. and out of play. Another cross blocked out of play. Louis Bennett just lost his footing. It allows Silva to get in on the action. Just coming in off the bench. One still in Arlington. And as things stand, if North Texas can pull out a win, they are going back to the final. But right now, Union Omaha sits in that spot. And Richmond, big fans of Tormenta and Fort Lauderdale right now. They need 2 losses from Omaha and Omaha and North Texas. To the back post. Headed away, shot coming back on. And up and over Chris Brady's hand. You see the corner count, 7-0 there for New England. But Ford Madison, they have their 2 goals. A 2-1 advantage in trying to see this one out. Madison has been close, and that's them hitting the crossbar and twice and the post another time. In a way, it sums up their season, just where they've gotten in those good positions, just have not been able to take advantage. Here's Silva, fouled by Schneider. Free kick, and Banks kicks it away. Easy yellow card for Madison's number 10. Presley and Spalding stand over this set-piece opportunity. So we're into the 90th minute on a chilly night in Wauwatosa. Pushing and shoving. I think temper's getting the best of everybody here at the end. Looks like now we're ready. Spalding runs away. Presley will take this on. Whips it in. Trimmingham acrobatically knocks it clear. Ball sent in again. Schneider with the header. Giro with another. There will be 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this 90 minutes. It's presented by TDS. Spalding trying to capture a result tonight. Ford Madison, with this result, can get up to 7th spot in the league table. Still bottom half, and maybe not what they had in mind for this season, but we'll get to 5 wins as things stand. Through the first minute of the minimum of 4. Player down, and referee Scott Irwin will stop play. It's Spalding who went down. I'm sure that turf surface is fairly chilly at this time of night. While we have a moment, let's take a look at our Dental Health Associates fan of the game. It's the Miller family. Thank you for being a part of our Ford family. Looks like with one of the youngest Ford Madison fans right there, and got the drip kit mask. That is a great purchase by the Miller family there. They are Dental Health Associates fan of the game. Plenty of good fans of the game throughout this entire season. We thank you for supporting Ford Madison. Spalding. Well, it's not technically our Kronbacher hydration break, but we'll take it right here anyway, as Spalding is getting taken care of. You know, fans have been enjoying those Kronbachers all night long. Try to keep themselves warm on this chilly night. And it looks like Jamel Cox has entered for Paolo Jr. That's brought to you by Festival Foods. There's a dispute as to who will have possession. Spalding gets back to his feet. Spalding back on his feet, but he's taking quite some time. A live look in to Omaha, Nebraska, and Union Omaha has taken the lead in stoppage time. If this result holds, they are going to the USL League One final. And back here in Madison, 2-1 to Ford Madison. So might we get some clarity here in just a moment. If they can hold out for about 2 minutes more, they will be on to the League One final next week in Greenville. Heavy challenge as Firmino takes down Banks. You wonder how much time is actually left with that long injury stoppage for Spalding. Late challenge on Bennett, maybe a bit of a late whistle as well, but it will go Ford Madison's way. Souza thought he was off to the races, and a yellow card for the youngster as well. Madison taking their time. Trimmingham wanting to get into the attacking fray, and Gerald Shore telling him, yeah, you go back in defense. Now we got to protect this lead. Out for a throw-in. New England trying to go quickly. Is there something late for Revs 2? Bennett, now for Fuson. Bennett gets it right back. He loses possession. There can't be much time left now. Tobin heads it forward. And there's the final whistle. Forward Madison victorious to close out their 2020 campaign. 2-1 winners over New England Revolution 2. Madison able to accomplish their goal for the evening. That was to end the season on a high note, and they do just that. 2-1 winners here at Hart Park to close out the 2020 season. Both these teams go back to the drawing board this offseason, see what they can do to improve, but overall, good win tonight for Forward Madison. There's a look at our Festival Foods man of the match. It's Giro. A rocket of a goal for his first of the season. He was very active at left back all night long, and well-deserved man of the match. Our save of the game presented by Dairyland. Chris Brady, there were a couple to choose from. That was a pretty good save by the youngster. He doesn't get the Golden Glove tonight, but still a very admirable season. And some members of the flock making the trip from Madison and able to applaud their players tonight. Sure, Connor Tobin will be looking for a beverage, and it looks like he has one in his hand. Connor Tobin's got a beverage, and he's ready to say cheers to this season. And there he goes, Forward Madison ending this regular season like they did last year. 2-1 winners tonight. We'll be back to wrap things up from Hart Park right after this as Connor Tobin enjoys a beverage.
Dairyland is getting there everyday land. It's room for everyone land. It's post-retirement hobby land. Dairyland is driving to your first day of work land and spending Saturdays on the road land. Dairyland is affordable auto and motorcycle insurance for you land, all to help get you there. Dairyland is your land.
Takes me home. It's 105 in a 30 mile zone. We're on the road now. We can't slow down. We're on the road now. We can't slow down.
¿Dominar el balón así y borracho? Imposible. ¿Manejar a casa después de una práctica fuerte y borracho? Irresponsable. Y recuerda, si manejas tomado, serás arrestado.
Putting a cap on this 2020 season, Forward Madison walking off Hart Park for the last time in this 2020 campaign, but 2-1 winners over New England Revolution 2 tonight. Speaking of wins, there are two facts of life. Everyone loves winning and everyone loves food. Ford took care of the win, and Eat Street, Wisconsin's food delivery service, can hook you up with food from all of your favorite restaurants. Visit eatstreet.com or download the app today to dig in. The code is MINGO2020. You got 24 hours for the last time in 2020 for 15% off of your order. And there it is, the USL League One final next Friday, October 30th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, ESPN+, ESPN Deportes, Sirius XM FC, Greenville, and Union Omaha. Our crew will be ready to take you through the 90 minutes and maybe even more next week. Very much looking forward to that one in Greenville. Full-time highlights presented by Heartland Credit Union. Chris Brady was busy early on when he was trying to protect his Golden Glove, which was in the grasp, but eventually would just be out of his grasp at the end of the night. A tremendous year overall from Chris Brady. He was beaten on one occasion tonight. Justin Rennicks, just a quick shot there. It looked like he was trying to go around, but said, why not just have a hit right away? And he was able to put one away right at the half-hour mark. Then for Madison, they'd be on the attack in the second half. Things would start to fall their way. That was the third shot off the woodwork tonight from Paolo Jr. And then Noah Fuson would find his moment. The assist from Louis Bennett, just a little flick through. Fuson gets his first pro goal. And then Giro. Wasn't sure this went in at first, but man, what a strike it was. Meyer got his hands to it, but too much pace to keep it out. New England had more shots, but Forward Madison had more goals. The possession advantage as well, and ending this season on a high for this Forward Madison side. Those are stats presented by Rhyme. Our Dairyland scoreboard, well, it's already complete. North Texas, they did all they could. They thought they might have been the team of destiny down the stretch, but Omaha, they are moving on to the final. They'll take on Greenville, who were 4-1 winners earlier today over Orlando City B. Well, that does it tonight from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. I want to thank our entire crew on the ground in Wauwatosa all year long for their hard work to put our broadcast together. For producer Ryan Rose, replay operator Ed Julbe, I'm Josh Eastern saying so long from Wauwatosa. It finishes Forward Madison 2, New England Revolution 2-1. We'll see you next year. Madison victorious tonight.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.